Hey folks, Andrew Brown here. I shot this video earlier and I literally couldn't do it without breaking down over and over again. And the wind was blowing and no matter how much editing I tried, I just couldn't really get it to be a very good quality sound. I'm going to upload that one in case there's anything I've missed, and I'll put a link to it. And I'm only going to upload well, maybe I'll just upload a lower resolution or something. I don't know. Anyways, nobody needs to see me breaking down. I'm gonna try and do this kind of word for word if I can, because it kind of came just spontaneously. I've got a list of people here. So in the last week and a bit, Canada's gone through some really, really sad times, really bad stuff up in the news. And unfortunately, I'm not trying to take away from or even compare the level of, but unfortunately, as much as some people become less of targets, other people do not. There are trends to how people feel sometimes in the general public. And there's nothing wrong for that or with that, because it gathers and garnishes massive amounts of support, which gets stuff done, right? So I hope that's not a mixed message of any sort. However, this is a memorial for the homeless in Canmore who we've lost. There's a few. So this is going to be hard. I don't know if I'll be able to do this without breaking down again. But I'm way later in the day and a lot more tired. And anyway, I've had a couple smokes, so I should be able to pull it off to some extent. I'm going to start with the people that I have the least to say about. It'll give me a little bit of time to put together my thoughts on the others. So, for starters, the climber and the white sprinter. You were literally the most chilled out, quiet person that ever stayed on that lot, with the least amount of issues or weirdness. And we may have never talked, we may have never become friends, but I am very sorry that you lost your life, even though it was doing what you love. And I don't think you considered yourself to be homeless, but we were lot mates, right? And I saw your dad show up and pick up your van, and it was hard. I really appreciated your presence. It was, you were. I won't ever forget you, man. And I can't. I won't ever forget you. I actually have a newspaper article clipping from that, but I can't remember your name at the moment. I'm sorry. But I hope you're on the tallest of peaks, soaring, and I hope your family is at peace. To the individual whose remains were found, who I honestly do not know very much on the case, but I remember when they were found, it sounded like they may have been camping out below some sort of an avalanche chute. And I believe they are from Quebec. I might be mistaken about that. That was very early on, and you inspired me to truly try and find safer places for people to be, and to try and educate them as to what possible dangers might be, involved in being homeless around Canmore or any other sort of place where you might not be right in town and out in the wilds. So I'm sorry you lost your life, and I don't know if we ever met. We may have, but you changed things for me. So thank you. To the people who have inadvertently wound up in the Bow River, not to be seen again, I know that some of you have been homeless, some from other places around the valley, and specifically Morley. I believe there's one, actually. I shouldn't say some, okay? And I believe there have been a couple of people who have kind of been tenters and whatnot. And I look for you every time I'm out there. So hopefully one day your families can find peace, and I hope you're in a better place. Well, I didn't make it this far in the last one, I'll tell you that. But I don't know how far this is gonna get now. So, okay, Sarah Cotes, you were a friend of mine, and we may not have known each other that well, but you were a very nice young lady. You caused no trouble. You had your pets. And the one thing that always bothered me a lot was that night when we were up at the lookout. And anyways, we woke up. And they were bothering you because you had a van that you were staying in, and they weren't bothering me at all. And that was like one of the last times I ever saw you. And then nobody's seen you since. I really feel that the conservation officers should be aware of what their actions can do, because that was, in that specific situation, wholly unfair, and it's going to haunt me for the rest of my days. I think I think that I caught your brother's attention somehow, because I believe that his name came up on Facebook. I didn't know you had a brother, but I hope that your entire family knows that I'm never going to forget you or the individual whose picture is attached to your missing file, and that person's image is burned in my memory forever. So if they ever do find them, they're definitely going to be talking with the police. And you were, such a peaceful person that I know you're in a better place, and I hope we are able to close this for you one day. Okay. Spencer, you were my oldest friend in Canmore, pretty much. I had to throw you off the lot, and that was terrible, and we never were able to really be friends again, properly again. We never hung out again. You'll always be a brother of mine, and even though I'm not really a big drinker, I'd always crack one with you, and I miss our friendship, and our talks, and our fights, and yeah, you were a warrior, buddy. I'll miss you forever. I know things will be better for you where you are now, so respect. Okay, so Vern, you changed a lot of things for how I do things in regards to the homeless. I'm so sorry that I didn't approach you more openly, and I always felt guilty afterwards because we have mutual friends in the Boulet family, and once I realized how much of a local you were, I felt so bad that I never closed that gap between, I was the closest to your age and then the closest to the younger folks' age, and there was always that gap. And I could have closed that, and I'm always going to remember that. So now I do whatever I can with whoever I can. And I hope you're in a better place, and Spencer is with you as you went, so I'm sure you're both partying it up right now, getting some great trout. So take it easy. And you still have friends thinking about you. To Herb, you're another warrior. You're a person that I really did trust, and so many people never gave a chance to. And I don't know what that finally brought things to where they went, but you're another person I'm never going to forget. And I'd work with you any day. I'd love to have you on my crew any day. And man, when we get up there, we'll do some kick-ass parties again. You showed me a different side of Morley than most people have probably ever seen. You know, and the good, the bad, whatever is all good, man. I love you. I love all your family. And I hope one day I come across your kids and their families, and I can show them love and respect too. So again, respect and stay fighting, brother. Okay, so this one is a little bit different. Jackson. Look, man, I looked into things and I know you're not a bad guy. And I'm sorry that I did what I had to do, or what I felt I had to do. The situation got a little bit crazy. But, you know, you're still with us, thank God. I hope I didn't do any major damage. And I hope one day I can somehow make it up and we can work it out, you know. And I understand if that's not a possible thing, but you know, I know that things changed for you, and you know, things have changed for me a lot too in years. So I know that you were a really good person back in the day. I know a lot of people that know you, and I know a bit more about you than you would probably expect now. So if you're out there somewhere, you know, stay strong. Try and stay good, man. Remember that you got to try and stay good, and good things will happen, dude. So my apologies, and I hope you're well. Another person who's still with us had planned to go to a lake and try and survive the summer until he had better plans, fishing. However, he didn't make it very far as he was driving and was put under house arrest, you know, for something or other, just trying to get through towns. So, you're a fellow who's a little older, and I know that once you get a little bit older and things start getting complicated, it can be tough, but you hang in there, dude. You know, you're strong, you're another fighter, and you got a lot of love to you, man. So you hang in there, things will get better, and maybe come out here and do some fishing. Starting to sort of get it down out here, so I hope you stay good, and don't ever forget there are better things out there, right? So, and to a good friend of mine who is still with us as well. You know, it sucks that you lost your apprenticeship. You're one of those absolute most brilliant people I've ever met, and you do it on purpose, not like some people who are just gifted it. You're kind of a dumbass. But you know, you educate yourself to an extent that is just phenomenal, dude, and I have a ton of respect for you. And you know, we both put a lot of years into that town, and it just sucks that you had to walk off a great job, and you'll get back onto that course for your apprenticeship. You'll get there, dude. And even if you somehow don't, you'll still have more books than I'll ever have about mechanics. So, all right, well, that's it. I can't believe I didn't break down. It's not bad. We got to do better, okay? You somehow got to do better. That's a lot of people. I've only been doing it for 13 years. It's a lot of people. So we got to do better, okay, folks? Thanks a lot. Have a good night.